Hello, hello. This is round 3 of the I5 team tournament. We are definitely in the fun bracket. This game is going to reflect that, as it was a lot of fun. It's also a great chance for me to see what Skarre 3 does. Never played against her. My method of game for casters that I've never played against is I just always pretty much assume I'm going to lose, but then I'm going to learn all the little hidden cool tricks that they do and be very well prepared for them, thought out, and think about it for my next game against them. I've studied Skarre 3 a little bit, and she just looks like a standard buff and go caster. This is also my first game against all the bloodgorgers and marauders and axiara, and so that's mainly what I was learning the rules for. Skarre 3 is pretty simple. She throws out her 4Ds like dash, deceleration, dark waves. Can't remember what the other one is, but she just has a crap ton of buffs and cool little things. But yeah. He goes first. I chose Rahn. I don't know why, because I did, because I wanted to. Probably should have chosen Kalisa, but here we are. Well, wrong direction. Oh, also something to note. I'm a klepto. Somehow I always end up with people's. I completely accidental. I end up with their measuring sticks or with their 5-inch sticks with the 2-inch sides. Can't think of what they're called. But most of the time I give them back. Sometimes I don't. It's completely accidental. I am very proud of myself. We have the same color measuring sticks, and I did not end up with any of his measuring sticks. I double checked my bag as I was leaving. All good. Awesome. Freaking fantastic. Yep. Then he just runs forward. Bloodgorgers on the right. Marauders on the left. Pretty straightforward. And it's time to see what happens. The Aikios' character Jack Kharybdis has prowl and put out a cloud, so I'm not doing anything with it this turn. I want to, but I'm not. Oh, and I went forward too. My first turn, I gave Pathfinder to Discordia via the objective, and he's going to yo-yo around in that forest and spray all kinds of things. I'm in an awkward spot with Helios, and if he jams me good, it might be really annoying. That wall kind of makes it hard for Helios to land where he wants to. Super annoying. Also, there's no way for him to get rid of Polarity Shield on Helios, so I feel like Helios can really bully this board. Now, he does something rude to me, which I didn't know how this works. That Crabjack, I can't think of the name of it, but it has it's almost like a bloodburst effect, but it's a corrosion. It's an AoE 5. So he shoots the battle mage that's in the middle right here, and all the battle mages in the soulless escort die. Now, I was debating doing a Skarre assassination run where I just throw a crap ton of dice at her and hope she dies. Now that I just lost 5 of those dice, or 5 of those sets of dice on feat turn, I'm not too crazy about it anymore. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, because there was an interesting conversation about an assassination run that happened this game. So he did that, and then everything else is just running forward yet again, still putting out the cloud with Aikios, measuring out threat ranges. He didn't want to be in the walk and pull range from one of the battle mages, even though there's rubble right in front of that battle mage. So I want to make an attrition play that I feel like is going to win me this turn, and I'm going to pop feet. I'm going to try and kill a crap ton of bloodgorgers, and then I'm going to try and shoot down a whole bunch of marauders. However, the marauders have Ashen Veil, which is concealment. Axiara, the solo, and I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. Sorry about that. I'll link her name in the description. Gives them prowl, so all the marauders have stealth. Gonna be that just blows for me. I am not gonna get the feat turn attrition on the marauders that I want. Chimera is going to run over there to be within 5 of the Crabjack, and then I'm gonna drag the Crabjack over to Helios and kill it, because I think that's a very key attrition play that I need to make. And then I was also planning on shooting down Aikios. Turns out he has stealth. Lots of first times in this moment. The plan didn't quite go as expected, but that's fine. Now, Discordia, on learning that the marauders are stealth, I decided to have him spray pretty much right through the thick of that marauder pack and catch like 6 of them. And I think I kill 4. Instead, even though the Marauders have stealth and are annoying, I should have just accepted that and been okay with it. And instead, I should have sprayed this whole Congo line of Marauders. But I didn't. I over-prioritized the Marauders, and that was a mistake. I did not realize how far, with Dash, Bloodthirst, and Vengeance, those Marauders go, and then the fact that they have Berserk Overtake, and that is going to be a real huge problem for me. Also, jussika, the lady that gives them vengeance and makes them awesome, is way there in the back, so I'm not getting her. Not unless I can make Chimera, which I'm not. But my battle mages chew down and kill like maybe 8 of those bloodgorgers, basically this whole pack right here. I should have done with Discordia, and then I should have wiped out all of them with my battle mages. So yeah, more or less that's what happens. It's a feat turn. Some of them tough, some of them are on fire. Helios killed Kharybdis and lit that dude on fire. And yeah, that happened, and I've got this big giant pile of battle mages. These two are going to vengeance forward, and then they're going to charge those battle mages, and then going to go nom 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 nom. And it's going to be a Pac-Man effect, kind of like Finn or, you know, other Pac-Man effects. He's living the dream. He just mulches a crap ton of battle mages. Because with Veteran Leader and Mat 7, they only need like 4s to hit, something like that, 5s to hit. Because they become Mat 8s and I'm a 13, so 5s to hit. Yeah, and then they're more damage than their armor, so took care of that. No problem. Skarre comes forward and shoots some stuff. And thinking about it, if he was a little bit more... I mean, I intentionally have Discordia there so I can shield guard because I don't want to lose Elara. But, yeah. Then the Marauders just kind of tie down Helios, and Aikios and Marauders kill the Chimera. So that happens. On my left, this is just street ball at this point. I've scored 2 points on that flag, so it's 2-0. I've done a really bad job. I was supposed to clear this zone so I could score that zone as well, but I'm sucking at it. Goal is now for Helios to kill that crabjack on the left, the Leviathan, and kill a whole bunch of Marauders by lighting them all on fire. And then just kind of grab the middle of the board and be a bully. Discordia is going to spray more Marauders, and Elara and Battle Mages and Sylis and maybe Rahn are going to try and deal with this dude right here, this Marauder or Jussika that's right in my face. She ends up toughing like 1,000,000 times, and she ends up getting force hammered because I all the way over there and is still alive. So that was bad. All these Battle Mages make attacks against Aikios and his back arc, and they all miss or roll horrible on damage rolls. So I mean, at this point, it's kind of like, whatever. We don't really care on what's going on over there. The real big push at this point is I need to score some points. The Discordia yo-yo is going really well, and Helios is just bowling up the board. Yep, and that's more or less what happened. There's a whole bunch of dudes on fire or knocked down, and Skarre just keeps bringing back more Marauders, but I'm slowly pushing that side back. There's freaking Jussika. I could not freaking kill her. So annoying. Man. I hate tough rolls. So this is going to be a bad turn for me because Elara is sitting right there. Yeah. Skarre's going to pop feet. She's going to dark waves these two into the forest so they can see and put up dash, and she popped her feet. So gerlak slaughterborn is going to get in there and kill Elara. Unpowering disco, and then that battle mage and all the other people over there are going to get killed, scoring him that zone. And now scenario is tilting the opposite direction. My entire right flank is blown. Aikios is just going to be ignored because he's starting to run low on clock. However, Skarre is in the very middle of the map. The Raiders or the Marauders are just kind of into Helios. Yeah, map looks like this. So I think it's assassination time. It's turn 5. I could possibly clear that zone on the left, but the assassination just looks really, really good. I'm dice +4. I can turn it around and need 4s to hit, and I can give it an Eilish reroll. He's on 21 boxes. He's got 4 camp. I thought he had less camp, but that's fine. Ron's going to get in there, TK it around, and do some boosted POW 13s into it. However, that dude right there needs to be moved so that Helios can walk over there and smash it a little bit. This cloud does -2 to hit rolls for any models. It's not just living models. Didn't know that. This cloud that I believe they're called the dirge seers. They're a support unit. There's 3 of them. They do clouds that have that -2 to hit effect, and they also hand out magic weapons and eyeless sight. So they're a support unit. They didn't really have much role in this game. You don't need any real support like that against Ret. But yeah, that -2 to hit and the TK cancel each other out. So Helios needs 6s to hit and not 4s to hit. Did not know that when I started this whole train, or I would have gotten rid of her, which I believe gets rid of the cloud effect. Might want to rules check me on that one and then say, hey, Connor, you're wrong if I am wrong. Heck, I'll rules check myself and post it in the description. But yes, man, I should have asked that. I missed 3 of my 5 attacks with Helios, and I re-rolled one of those. So I actually missed 6 of my 5 attacks. Or sorry, I missed 3 of my 6 attacks. And yeah, I only landed 3 attacks. It did not kill. Also, the damage rolls were a little lackluster. Skarre did not die, which, yeah, was really bad for me because Rahn is right there. He's just sitting right there. And this is what a fun bracket game looks like. It's just, it's like when all these NBA players get together from different teams and have no teamwork at all, and you just put a whole bunch of models with no teamwork at all, and you just play poorly because you're tired and it's really late in the day and you don't really care. Not very good content. That's really weak excuse for performance and play style. There's a lot of things I could have done differently. Also, I didn't really understand what his list did. A lot of things led to this moment right here where Rahn gets hit until he dies, because Skarre actually does have the finishing power that Helios so wanted. Interesting to say, but here we are. There's a lot of things I could have done differently in this matchup for attrition. Also, I want to talk about assassination. At one point in the game, he said he was hoping I would go for a spell assassination against Skarre, who is a 12-19 with 26 boxes, and she puts up deceleration every turn to take her to 21, armor 21 with 26 boxes, and usually a 3 or a 4 camp. He was on a 2 camp, and I was actually debating it, and he said it has absolutely no odds. Because they're just POW 10s and POW 12s, even under feet. You take POW 10s, and the average is 10.5 damage, and that's like, 20.5. So it's barely meeting armor. I felt pretty confident that it was an okay assassination run. And yeah, we kind of left it at that. He felt really confident it wasn't, and I felt confident that it was. So which one of us is right? Went and did some math on it and did some thinking, and I think it's not a great assassination run, but it is actually a decent assassination that probably shouldn't be baited, because if you look at a bell curve, I'm the numbers 10 to 18 on 3 dice, and this isn't just battle mages. So to put the full, this would be the full assassination run that would make it worth it. Discordia is a boosted POW 14. That's doing a little bit of damage, probably eating a shave, but it's deafening her so that she drops from a defense 12 to a defense 10. Rahn is going to do a TK to make her a defense 8. And then he's going to do an Arcane Secrets Chain Blast. Well, the Chain Blast first, so I get Arcane Secrets. So it's a Hands of Fate boosted POW 12, and then another Chain Blast for another POW 12. So that's 2 fully boosted POW 12s. Helios doesn't have a role to play, so the Arcanist units, both of them will be hitting Skarre. So that's another 6 fully boosted POW 12s, and these will do a little bit of damage. It's 3 dice, and it's dice off 9. So they're gonna be getting a little bit of damage through those. So that's 6 of them with Rahn. That's 8 boosted POW 12s. Elara with her convection makes a 9th POW 12, and then there's 18 battle mages in a perfect world, and this obviously isn't a perfect world because 5 of them died. But I mean, that's the concept: is a fully boosted POW 14, 9 fully boosted POW 12s, and 18 fully boosted POW 10s. And on paper, none of it really, it's all chip damage. None of it really sounds like a whole lot of damage. However, the way a bell curve works, we'll take the POW 10s, for example. The dice can fall anywhere from 3 to 18. 18 is going to do a crap ton of damage. 3 does no damage. The average number being 10.5 does no damage. However, there's a third of the bell curve on the extreme side of it for the damage that like 1 in 3 shots, 1 in 4 shots will probably dice spike and do about 4 or 5, 3, 2 to 5 damage, depending on what happens with the dice spike. And that's 1 in 4, but there's 18 of them. So that chip damage is going to be coming through, and there's only so many shaves. And the POW 12s are actually, I'm expecting some decent damage out of them. Probably half of them will contribute. POW 14 will contribute, and there's some math there. There's some things that can happen. If you throw a crap ton of dice at it, I believe it is a valid assassination run. And I know that sounds crazy because it's going against the crap ton of armor with a good number of boxes. 26 boxes with 2 shaves is nothing to say I got this against. Just my thoughts. Let me know if I'm crazy. It's something I've been wondering about. He was very confident and was hoping I was going to do that. And it's kind of left an interesting impression on me, thinking, am I crazy for thinking that's okay dice math to go for that? Yeah. I could also re-roll one of the hands of Fate of POW 12 if I didn't like the with Eilish. If I didn't like the damage, I don't know who I would have re-rolled. Maybe I would have re-rolled Disco, because making defense 10 instead of defense 12 is a really, really big deal for 3 dice, because it eliminates the dice spikes missing on the hit rolls. But yeah, well, that was the game. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.